Right, the camera went off again just as I was talking to that nice couple with a dog. They've got the halty harness on him, and I was telling them about my problems I've got with Bear, and I've bought all those halties and the harnesses where you clip them on the front and stuff like that. And I says I'm going to try that after he's completely knackered after running about in Kielder Forest, and then I'm going to put him on the leaders and have a bag, me bum bag on my chest, on my thingy waist here, full of treats, and then I'm going to try and pull him back and change directions and turn around quickly, and hopefully stop. You know, I've got to distract him from pulling, because as soon as he gets out the car or as soon as he gets out the house, it's nose to the ground and just pulls like a freight train. So I've got to break that, and that's why I'm buying all these different harnesses and halties, head harness or head collar. This is rough as hell, this going up here. And it's up round this S bend, it bends out the left and just goes up and up and up and up and up. Right, so just to reiterate how I've got here, I've parked the car at the Craven Heather, I've walked through the gap in the wall at the bridge, walked along the little skinny pathway alongside the river, come through to the right through the square, then come straight on a bit and then come right again, and it brings you up onto this track that's leading away from the houses, and then it's all uphill, this farmer's track, for about half a mile going up there. I mean, you can see the wall straight ahead, it's just the other side of that wall. You've got walls both sides, so you can let the dog off if there's no sheep in the fields on the side, so where they can't jump across. Right, I'm frightened to say anything to jinx it, but the you know what's stopped at the moment, so thank God for that. Now I haven't changed the battery this time, I just took it out, blew inside the chamber of the camera again, blew on the battery, the connections, and put it back in and pressed record. So, because I want to keep as many batteries as I brought with us to record the whole journey. So not only are you seeing the waterfalls, you're seeing where I parked the car and how to get to this Capric one as well, because I didn't exactly know where it was when I first came up here, but I just found it by sheer instinct and a nose for direction. Right. It's an unusual track this like where they've got the stones on a slope, like cobbles, but it's all like a stone track now from now on, and it's a lot of it uphill, so you really feel it by the time you get to the top where you go through the single gate and drop down to the waterfall. And that's why you need to sit down when you get there. That's great if it's stopped. Right, one of these are coming back down from the waterfall, or they're going up. Oh, they're going up. They passed me when just as I got back to the car. When you get so far up here, you're high, you need to look back over the top of these houses and that, and across the road. On the other side it's beautiful, get some stunning, if you bring your camera you get stunning photos back over the other side of the road there, where the STAINFORTH river is, waterfall, past the campsites and nothing. So as you can imagine, walking back down here, dead easy, but it's just getting up here. I watched a bit of a video that Jimmy done when he was here in 2018, and he was just totally out of breath, he couldn't hardly talk, trying to commentate on his video, to see where it was. That's how bad it is. And can you imagine on a red hot day, burning hot, worse again. But as any walk, you've just got one foot in front of the other, keep pushing, and eventually you get there. There is another waterfall you can actually visit while you're here as well. If you continue down past STAINFORTH and keep going down towards Settle, and you go through Settle itself, you can veer off to the left through the town and go up the country lane to, I think it's Scalber waterfall, S-C-A-L-B-E-R, Scalber or something like that anyway, and that's a lovely waterfall as well. Once again, if you go when it's been pissing down the rain, so it's coming down in full force, down the drops, it's a beautiful waterfall, and even made better when you get to the bottom looking up, when you see all the water dropping down over each step down. Beautiful, stunning. I think all these steps in the road are deliberately put here to stop people coming up here in 4x4s or any type of vehicle. Nice for them, people are just ahead of us here now. Turn around, show you bits of the countryside. But that's Goat Lane, where you drive through STAINFORTH and you go right up there and you go 3/4 of the way up, then eventually you come to a right turn to get on the hen side, which then turns right and comes along the top of here. So you just follow hen side all the way along to go towards Malham, to go and see the Malham Tarn or Malham Cove. There's been a horse up here. Dropped its bum. It's a quicker way of getting up there. It's hard on our legs, I mean, picking the bin up and have the weight on your shoulders and all. Hard work. Right, so bends on the left again and goes up slightly uphill again. So like I did say, it's hard to get up here because it's all uphill, half a mile. And it's not the easiest path to walk on because there are stones and oh, so that's slightly bent on the right. I thought it was to the left. And go up again. Right, let's see what I should have waited turn run before I got to these trees, so I'll get a good decent view right across. But you can still see the other side is absolutely stunning. But obviously the mist is spoiling the view, but still worth a peek. Yeah, so it's going round the right, and that's the last leg where you go up straight again for the last 500 yards or something, or 5,000 yards. So you can imagine when I was here 2018 with Jimmy and Corn, it's over 7 years ago, so it'll come back to us as soon as I get around this corner and I start getting closer to the gate at the top. I know that there was gates either side of the wall for the farmers to go in. You see where there's tyre marks, there's vehicles been coming up and down here, but just the farmers. Right, so the reason why I keep taking the battery out and putting it back in, because I want to get the full life out of each battery, because after this one I've got 3 others and that'll be enough for to record what I've come to see today. Ash was right, it is a right but a left again, and obviously here's one of these steps. There must be pipes or something here, that's why they've covered them over with cement and bricks to stop any heavy vehicles crunching them and cracking them. There's a couple more of these cemented drive ramps. But when you get to the top of here, this is where you've got maximum height, so you've got maximum view over the top of STAINFORTH village here. So you can see vehicles on the main road coming down. See that blue vehicle there with a white caravan type thing behind it coming down? That's the main road just there, where I came along from Horton in Ribblesdale after coming through Southside. That's S-E-L-S-I-D-E, Southside. Right, so as you can see, you're still going uphill, so it does take it out of you. I don't care if you're young, medium old, or it knackers you. And like I say, because it's all stony, it's not the easiest track to walk on. Whoa, nearly tripped over there. I hate doing that, kicking stones and nearly going over, losing your balance momentarily as well. Right, I'll just turn around again when I get to this first bush before I go around the corner, because I won't be able to get any more views until I come back the way. I can hear the traffic from here, like the noise like carrying up here. Right, so I'm looking back down into the roofs of STAINFORTH houses. Right. Right, so just get around this bit of a very small S-bend, and then you can see where you're going. So when you get to the top, you come against a double gate, and just as you reach the double wooden gate, the single gate that you go through is on the left, and it's got carved out on the gate, Catrig. That's C-A-T-R-I-G-G, Catrig. I can't remember the name of the beck that runs down into it, which creates the waterfall going down over the rocks in the big 20-foot drop. I did look at the maps, but I forgot now. I should have wrote it down. Right, that's them people up ahead. That's it. These all these gates I'm on about. All these gates go off. Must be different walkways. Taking shortcuts across there. Right, so just at the top of the hill where that tree is, the second one, I think that's where the gate is, where you turn left and go through. So you've done a hard slog by the time you get to the gate. And if you notice Yorkshire, it's all this kind of rock in the ledges and the hillocks. There's some this side, some that side. I remember this shed here. I remember passing this when I came up here with Jimmy. If I had the dog here, he'd be eating all this long grass. At least that nice bit of breeze is keeping us cool. Right, so this is the last bit of uphill past this shed, and then you're there. So you just got to make that last little bit. You see why the vehicles been coming down here and they've had to go up on the side and flattening the long grass here. Right, so here we are at the old stone shed. So once you get past this, congratulations, you're just about there. Just looking at the sheep up against the wall up over there. Try to keep with the wet stuff. As best I can. Right, so basically on this one battery I've managed to get STAINFORTH done, even though I've had to stop the recording and take the battery out 3 or 4 times. And then same on this one. Just keep taking the battery out, blowing it inside the camera and the battery just to cool it down, and on the points as well, the connections. and stick it back in, and seems to be, well, fingers crossed. I don't want to say anything, but I think you know what I mean. So last time I was out, I went back to Kielder Forest, and I didn't realise that my camera had switched to time warp mode instead of video mode. So obviously when I was taking my camera off and pressing record again, I didn't realise it was recording in time warp. So the whole hour and 15 minutes, 25 minutes, wherever it was, to let him go for a swim and come back to the car, was all recorded in 8 minutes 18 seconds long, with no sound obviously, and just all you're seeing is fast images. So it's near good. So I got pretty pissed off at that as well. When I think